everyone, welcome to Shell Sugar Rush. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be making this delicious little treat for St. Patrick's Day, and this is Guinness brownies with Bailey's Irish cream icing. And even if you're not a fan of beer, I promise you, you are going to love these brownies. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more treats like this. So let's make some brownies. Okay, so for our brownies, you're going to need 2/3 of a cup of Guinness, and I used the Guinness Stout beer, and I have actually reduced it down. You just put it on the stove and boil it for 5 to 10 minutes, and I've reduced it down to 1/3 of a cup. Also, you're going to need 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 3/4 cup of unsalted butter melted, and you can mix these together in the microwave, of course, or like I did, or do it in a double boiler, but that's ready to go. We are going to start by tossing in 3 large room temperature eggs, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and just gonna mix that up real good. Okay, once you've got that combined real good, we're going to add in our 1/3 cup of Guinness. And then we'll go ahead and add in our chocolate. And mix that together real well. And then we're going to add 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we'll combine that together as well, just folding that in. And you want to just scrape the sides and the bottom real good to make sure you have all the dry ingredients incorporated. Now I just have a square springform pan here, and you could do this in 8x8 or 9x9. I think mine is more like a 10x10. But of course, the bigger the pan, the thinner your brownies are going to be. The smaller the pan, the thicker they're going to be. Okay. So I've got it sprayed and lined with some parchment, and I'm just going to pour my batter in. And I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm going to get all this in here and then pop them in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. We'll just check them, for doneness. All right, and we're going to pop this in the oven, and then we'll make some frosting for them. Okay, guys, so for our icing for our brownies, we are going to make a Bailey's Irish cream icing. So what you're going to want to start with is a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, and we're going to just cream that up a little bit. Okay, so we're also going to be using 2 cups of powdered sugar, and I like to do mine 1 cup at a time. So we're going to start with 1 cup, okay? And at this time too, I'm going to go ahead and add just a splash of vanilla. Okay, not much, just a little bit for flavor. And I'm also going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of my Bailey's Irish cream. I've got about 2 ounces here. Just, we're looking for not so much as how much or little we're putting in it, but for the consistency of our icing, okay? So we're just going to start with a little bit here and mix this all together real well. Okay, and so you see it come together there. So we're going to go ahead and put in our 2nd cup of the powdered sugar, okay? And, we don't really need a lot here, just enough to, ice our brownies fairly well. So we're going to go ahead and kind of mix that in as well. Now, as I'm mixing the 2nd cup, I'm going to go ahead and add more of the Bailey's Irish cream till we get it to the consistency we're looking for. Okay, I have to taste this. That is absolutely delicious. Okay, so we're gonna set our icing aside. We'll cover it up and set it aside until our brownies are ready and cooled. So our brownies are out of the oven, and they went about 35 minutes. And our icing is ready, and I have just some green sanding sugar just to give it a little topping and add that green color in there for St. Patty's Day. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just frost this in the pan. What I'm gonna do is just put my icing in there and just gonna give it just a nice light coat. You know, it doesn't have to be thick. Of course, you know, if you want a thicker coat, you just wanna, you know, make a little more of the icing. But I just want a nice coat on top of each brownie to give it that nice flavor. And just a little bit of this, just like I said, just to give it that little bit of green decor. I'll pop this open and see how we did here. Voila. Alright, and since we have it on the parchment, that makes it easy just to slide it right off there. And then I'm going to grab a knife and cut them up. Okay. And of course you can cut the edges off and make them, you know, perfectly square if you like, but you know, we don't worry about that. We like the edges, so. Beautiful brownie. Okay everyone, so here's our Guinness brownies all finished up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I know I enjoy bringing you treats like this every week. And I thank you all again for your wonderful support of my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload more tasty treats like this in the future. See you next time.